welcome back to the channel. Today we're not at the farm, we're at a friend's house. Actually it's their farm, they have a farm too, but gonna help them today process their Rainbow Ranger chickens. A little bit bigger of a bird than what we're used to with the Cornish cross, and I was worried a little bit about the plucker, so we'll see how that works. Just they grow feathers better. But anyway, come along, let's see what we can get done. Yeah, you were rooster heavy, weren't you?
I was.
They're always more calm hanging upside down. Just helps you pull it. So we had the string on there, and you're feeling for that jawbone right there. Yep, he's expired. So what we're doing here is we're scalding the bird to loosen the feathers, and that loosens the feathers and it also loosens the skin on the feet. We save the feet for bone broth, so by pulling the skin off you get a good clean product and you don't have to worry about it not being clean. But there's been several birds in here, so the water's not pretty to look at, but you got to work the bird up and down, and that lets the water get in underneath the feathers. And then you do that for 15 to sometimes 45 seconds. But you want to make sure each time that you get completely under the water. Now, we check the tail feather. They're good. And check a wing feather. Those are the toughest feathers, so you always want to check, see if them come out easy enough. And they do. So take him from there. And we're going to put him in the plucker. Now the plucker works with water and electricity. So I turn the water on. You can look, I'll turn the water off a minute. You look in there and you can see the bottom plate is the only thing that spins. All these fingers on the side stay the same. The fingers on the side turn the bird around, help flip the bird around, keep it rolling. The bottom actually plucks it. The water just makes it a little easier. About 45 seconds and you got pretty much a naked chicken. Pull a few feathers that it didn't get, but they're coming out easy, so way easier than plucking the whole bird by hand. Way easier. Alright, so this one is ready to go to evisceration, and it's over here. You don't cut the heads off because bone shards could be in your meat.
Okay.
The best choice is to pull the head off. So the next thing, I just use a good sharp knife, hold back pressure on the knee, and then you find that joint and you can work right through it. You can go all the way through from one side or come up from the bottom, but really if your knife is sharp enough, you just need a little pressure. And those feet are good for bone broth, some of the best bone broth collagen wise you can get. So we're saving the feet. And then I want to flip it over and take this oil gland off the back of the tail right here. Just kind of fillet it off. My knife could use a little sharpening. All right, we're back over. Now we want to free the crop, which is in the neck. That's where they break their food down. So just give a little slice right there, pull that open. So I get my fingers in there, and it's hard to see, but your neck bone runs through here. Then you have your esophagus, and you have the crop where the food comes down. They'll hold rocks and grit in that crop to break their food down, so then they can process it. But what we're doing is, if you can see right in there, you're separating. This is the crop, this is the chicken skin. You're separating it from each other, so when I eviscerate, pull the rest of the entrails out the back side, all of this will come with it. That's the idea. All right, so I think I got it separated pretty good. You got it to where it goes back into the chest cavity. That's all I'm trying to do is get it freed up there. Then I want to come just above the hip bones on both sides. Make a small slit, but not real deep, so you don't want to cut into the entrails. You got to get to that layer of fat. These are so fat they got a huge layer. But once I get through there, I can get a finger in there, and I want to separate it, kind of like a clam. That way you ensure you don't cut the entrails. And the first thing toward the back is the gizzard. I can get that out real quick. And you shuck a gizzard by slicing it in half. See that right there? That's all grit, rock, and feed in that gizzard. The gizzard has a liner in it. And you just want to peel that off. The yellow is the liner. It's not the easiest thing to peel, but it's not super hard either. I'd imagine it's like a thin gristle or something, but it protects the gizzard from the damage that the rocks are doing to break the food down. And that gizzard, you can clean a little fat off or you can leave it on there. I like the fat because look how fat that is. That's the flavor in that particular piece of food. That gizzard is ready, so you would shuck all the gizzards like that. Because these birds did eat last night, I'm reaching in and I'm gonna pull the vent up, the main line going to the tail where they defecate from. But I want to pull that up and cut. I'm going to cut down around this vent, back up. Now the bird won't be quite as messy. Then I can bring the rest of the entrails out. And they're warm, and if you've never had your hand in a chicken, it is warm. There's a liver lobe. So we're saving the livers. Here's the other one. So this bile duct, you can see this green bile duct, you don't want that to break. So you can go to the end of it, kind of pinch into the liver and just pull the lobe out. So then you got the liver lobe and you didn't break the bile duct. Again, look at the amount of fat on these birds. That is super good. So all of this is trash. That makes good compost. It'll break down, make a real good compost. Then the next thing we want, there's a kidney. We don't keep them. Some people do. I've never tried one. Another kidney. And the last entrail that we're keeping is that heart. There's a sack around it, but the way that came out, it pulled the sack off. So that heart, putting that with the livers. And we got to get the lungs out. And that's the toughest part. They're right up against the ribs. Now I still had a little remnant of the liver. Should have that crop coming through too. All right, there's the crop that I cut loose up front with my thumb, and a little bit more of the liver. The lungs are tough. That is the lung. Now, right behind the breastbone, just off of the breastbone, I'm gonna put another slit all the way through. I can tuck my legs in there. Just like that. Gotta use my fingernail. Yep. Like that. So this bird needs rinsed off and ready for the ice chest. I do the legs like that just because it's easier for storage and putting them in bags to be frozen. We'll put these birds in freezer camp tomorrow. All right, we got all the birds. How many did we do, Josh?
20,
23, 24, 22, somewhere in that low 20 range, but we got all the birds processed. And I was going to let you know, these birds are non-GMO. They're fed to non-GMO organic feed, grass-fed. They're in a mobile coop that gets moved periodically, so they have fresh grass and minerals in the ground to scratch on. This is absolutely as healthy a piece of chicken as you can get. And we do it that way because we're concerned with what you buy in the grocery store nowadays. But anyway, we got them all done. It was a good day. Josh and Danielle's great help, good host, and we just want to thank y'all for stopping by our channel. And if you like what you see on our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. That would help us out immensely. And also, if you'd share everything on your social media, share our videos on all of your social media sites, that also would help us make more videos like this. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that next time I upload a video, you'll be notified. And I just want to challenge everybody out there to be a blessing to somebody else today. Don't just think about yourself, but be a blessing for somebody else. Go out of your way to do that. God bless. Thank you again.